can confidently say that this is the best Utah road trip guide on the internet. Over 3 months of research has gone into this, and we realized that there's not only one, but 2 amazing routes that you can take.
One is what we like to call the Mighty 5 route, which takes you through all 5 of Utah's national parks, while the other, the Utah-Arizona route, mixes in some of Utah's best national parks and some hidden gems in northern Arizona that most travelers miss.
So close your computers and give us all of your time and attention so we can give you the absolute best Southern Utah road trip guide.
To start off this trip, you're going to be landing at the Las Vegas airport, and you're going to be needing a car to get around, so make sure to book this ahead of time. From there, it'll take a couple of hours to get to your hotel. We're going to be starting off with the Utah-Arizona route, and from there, it's going to take about 2.5 hours to get to your first stop from Las Vegas, which is going to be Zion National Park.
From there, you have 3 options on where to stay. Within the park, if you want to go the camping route, a hotel in Hurricane, or Springdale, Utah. Springdale is going to be the closest town to Zion, but more pricey, while Hurricane is about 30 to 40 minutes from the park entrance, but a lot more budget friendly. Since today is a travel day, you're probably going to want to take it easy, which makes it perfect for seeing some of Zion's viewpoints or even taking one of the most scenic drives within the park. If your ideal first day isn't just taking a drive or going to viewpoints, then we'd recommend adding a hike to your day. Since you probably won't have too much daylight left, you'll probably want to do a short one like Canyon Overlook Trail, which in all honesty, it's nowhere near the best hike in Zion. But it's short and there's many more amazing trails to come.
Day 2 is where you'll be spending a full day in Zion National Park, and you will be waking up early and going on a little bit of an adventure, hiking up to Angel's Landing, which is a hard 3.6-mile round-trip hike. This is known as one of the most dangerous hikes in the world, and with that being said, it's also one of the most popular. Keep in mind, you do need to get a permit to hike up Angel's Landing, but if you're unable to, you can hike Scouts Lookout instead, which brings you up until the chain section of Angel's Landing, and the views are arguably just as good. If you're looking for something other than mountain views, you can trade this off with another popular hike, the Narrows, which literally has you walking in the Virgin River. You do need a permit for the top-down route, but no permit is needed for the bottom-up route, and trust us, it's definitely worth doing if you have the time. If you're able to squeeze in one more hike for sunset, we would recommend doing the Watchman Trail, where you can get some amazing views of the Watchman Peak.
Day 3 is another early morning where you'll unfortunately be leaving behind Zion National Park and making the journey through northern Arizona all the way to Moab, Utah. But along the way, you're going to be making some pretty unique stops. Starting with one of Arizona's most beautiful landmarks, Horseshoe Bend in Page, Arizona, which is about 2.5 hours away from Zion. Horseshoe Bend was created by the Colorado River and is now a 1,000-foot deep curve in the Glen Canyon. This is actually one of those places we found on social media and weren't completely underwhelmed by it. The video doesn't even do it justice, but when you walk up to it, it looks like an optical illusion because it's just so big. Keep in mind the entry fee is about $20 and you'll be hiking a 1-mile round trip from the parking lot, but it's a very easy walk. Your next stop is going to be less than 10 minutes away from Horseshoe Bend, and it's a place you've probably seen all over social media, the gas station cave. And this is a pretty unique little stop. It's this huge cave carved into the red rock behind the Shell gas station. We will pop up the address on screen for you right here, and once you get there, make sure to park to the right hand side of the gas station on the dirt lot. From there, you will see a large gap in the fence and walk about 100 yards back, and the cave will be right there. Planning a road trip like this can feel overwhelming. Figuring out the best stops, driving distances, and how to fit everything into your schedule. That's why we created a fully downloadable PDF guide that goes straight to your phone or computer to make it easier for you. Inside, you'll find a clickable map that takes you straight to each location on Google Maps, a detailed day-by-day itinerary so you never have to guess what's next. And we also added some alternative routes to customize your trip based on how much you want to see during your trip. Each national park even has its own mini guide, including links to permitting information, downloadable hiking trail maps, and more. Instead of spending hours researching, you'll have everything you need in one place. And you can grab it using the link in our description. Now less than 2 hours away from the gas station is your last scenic spot of the day, Monument Valley, which is located right on the Utah-Arizona border. You'll probably get there around sunset, which is perfect because that's actually the best time to see Monument Valley. If you get here before sunset, there are plenty of things to do, like hiking or taking a scenic drive. But if you just prefer to make a quick stop, go to Forrest Gump Point, which will give you the perfect view of Monument Valley in the distance. And for your last stretch, you'll be driving 2.5 hours to Moab, Utah to your hotel. We do know that that day is a lot of driving for most. So if you do have more time, we recommend stopping in the Monument Valley area or Page, Arizona, which will help you break up your drive and spend more time in those areas. But if you are short on time, having a long drive is absolutely necessary.
Today is a new day and you'll be exploring Arches National Park, which should only be a 5 to 10 minute drive from your hotel. Keep in mind Arches does have timed entry during during certain times of the year, so make sure to double check that before your stay. Depending on how you want to spend your day at Arches, you can spend just a few hours here or the entire day here. In our opinion, the best way to spend the day is a little mix of everything. Start off by taking a scenic drive around the park where you'll see all of the unique rock formations and then quickly realize arches aren't the only thing you can see within the park, which actually took us by surprise. Once you're done with your scenic drive, head over to Double Arch, which is one of the most popular arches in the park because it's 2 arches stacked on top of each other, and it's amazing how big it really is. It's a short, easy walk from the parking lot to Double Arch, and once you're done, you can actually walk straight from there to the next trail, which is the Windows Loop and Turret Arch Trail, which is another very easy 1-mile round-trip hike where you get to see not 1, but 3 arches. And again, for reference, this is how big they actually are in person. By now, it should just be a few hours until the sun's about to go down, so you can't miss out on the best sunset hike in the park, which is Delicate Arch. It's a 3.2-mile moderate hike, and it'll probably take you about 45 minutes to an hour to actually get to the arch, so make sure you have enough time to get there before the sun goes down. Delicate Arch was our favorite hike in the entire park, so it's definitely worth doing if you have the time to do it.
Now today is an easy day and you'll be driving about 30 to 40 minutes to visit one of Utah's most famous state parks, Dead Horse Point. You probably won't need the whole day here, so you'll have time to do what you want afterwards. Since you've been active all week, you may just want to drive through the park and stop at some viewpoints like we did. Or you can take the day to do some more hiking. If you have time after Dead Horse Point, you can even explore more of Arches National Park, visit downtown Moab, or just go back to your hotel and relax for the rest of the day.
Day 6 is your last day of adventure, which means exploring another one of Utah's national parks, Canyonlands. And it's not just any national park, it's actually the largest of the 5. It's so big that it has 4 districts, so knowing where to go is important. And since you're staying in Moab, you'll be exploring the island in the Sky District, which is about a 30 to 40 minute drive from Moab. If you start your day off early, you'll have enough time to see all of the viewpoints in the island of the Sky District. Out of all of the viewpoints, our favorites were the Grand Viewpoint Overlook, where you get a view of all of the unique features of Canyonlands National Park, and Green River Overlook, where you can see the Green River and another one of the park districts from off in the distance. Once you're done exploring the viewpoints, take a sunset hike to one of the most photographed spots in the park, Mesa Arch, which is an easy 0.7-mile hike. You get an amazing view of the La Salle mountain range off in the distance, as well as the park's beautiful canyon landscapes.
Today is another long day of driving, but unfortunately it's back to the airport. But if you do have any extra time, there are a ton of stops along the way, which we share in our PDF guide. But if not, you do have a long 6-hour drive back to Las Vegas. But if you're looking for another way to explore Utah, we're going to be breaking down the Mighty 5 route, which hits all 5 of Utah's national parks. But first, if you are enjoying the video so far, it would mean the world to us if you liked and subscribed down below. To start off this route, the first 2 days follow the same path as the Utah-Arizona route, starting in Las Vegas, driving to Zion, and spending a full day exploring the park. But from there, you'll be going a completely different direction. On day 3, you'll be driving less than 2 hours to your second national park of the week, Bryce Canyon, which is known for its hoodoos. Once you get here, you'll start off by going on one of the best trails in the entire park, the Navajo and Queens Garden Loop Trail, which is a moderate 3-mile round-trip hike. Afterwards, you can take a break with a scenic drive and some viewpoints, and end the day watching a sunset on the Inspiration Point or Sunset Point. Now you can end up doing one of 2 things. Get a head start for tomorrow and stay in Torrey, Utah, which is the closest town to Capitol Reef National Park, or if you're too tired to keep driving, stay in Bryce City, which is the closest town to Bryce Canyon.
If you stayed near Bryce Canyon, you'll have about a 2-hour drive this morning to Capitol Reef National Park, which is actually the only Utah national park we haven't been to yet. But we have some friends that have been, so we're going to be sharing their recommendations. Start your day by catching sunrise at the Temple of the Sun and Moon, then hit 2 must-do hikes, Hickman Bridge Trail and Cassidy Arch Trail. And from here, you have 2 options. You can either stay in Torrey, Utah again for another night, or drive another 2 hours to Moab, Utah, where you'll be staying the rest of your trip.
Just like the first itinerary, you'll be based in Moab, Utah, which is home to 2 amazing national parks, Canyonlands and Arches. If you have extra time, Dead Horse Point State Park is also a great option. Since everything is so close, you can explore at your own pace and visit the parks in any order that works for you. And if you're looking for even more hidden gems along the route, be sure to check out our downloadable PDF guide that we linked below for extra stops, insider tips, and fully mapped itinerary. If you made it this far in the video, we hope you found a ton of value from it. We spent the last few months researching the best possible routes to go through southern Utah to make sure we can give you the best information possible. So again, if you did find it useful, it would mean the world to us if you liked the video and subscribe down below if you want to see more content like this. We have a ton of exciting trips planned for the rest of this year, so if you want to stay tuned, make sure to subscribe. And of course, thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you on our next adventure.